Okay, be honest with me for a second. The exact moment you hear the word shark, what immediately pops into your mind? For decades, Hollywood has essentially handed us free therapy bills by turning one of the ocean's most vital, incredible creatures into a relentless, terrifying movie monster. But in this explainer, we are going to completely dismantle that narrative. We're looking at the true nature of sharks.
You know the song, right? The classic dun, 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 dun. It's literally a cinematic reflex built into our culture at this point. But what if I told you that this deeply ingrained fear has actually blinded us to a pretty dark, surprising irony? The reality isn't that we need protection from sharks. The reality is that sharks desperately need protection from us.
All right, let's jump right into section 1, Hollywood myths versus reality. Let's move past the movie posters and officially shift our lens from cultural fear to scientific fascination, okay? It's time to look at the actual data and meet the real animals behind the myth. There are more than 500 shark species on this planet, and the statistical truth? Most of them have never harmed a human, couldn't care less about us, and aren't even remotely interested in having us on the menu. Instead, they face a massive, global threat, and unfortunately, that threat is human activity. This is the starting point for our journey today, as we meet an incredible rogues gallery of the ocean's most fascinating predators.
Moving right along to section 2, the ultimate ocean survivors. Okay, let's dive into this first group. We're looking at sharks with extreme, rugged adaptability. These are the survivors, the ones that have figured out how to thrive in ways that genuinely defy logic. First up, meet the tiger shark. Marine biologists lovingly call this massive animal the garbage can of the sea. We're talking about a fish that can grow over 4 meters long and weigh 600 kilograms. But what makes them a true marvel is their mouth. They have these incredibly flexible jaws and heavily serrated teeth shaped almost like curved can openers. This mouth acts like a biological multi-tool, allowing them to literally saw through almost anything. Including solid turtle shells.
Now, what's really fascinating is how far their curiosity actually goes. Because their teeth can cut through anything, their survival strategy is basically, well, if it fits, let's see if it's food. Researchers have found absolutely absurd items in their stomachs. License plates, tires, unexploded ordnance. They've even found entire chicken coops? No way, right? But here is the amazing part of all this. This indiscriminate appetite actually makes them the ocean's crucial cleanup crew. They remove dead and sick animals from the ecosystem, which keeps the ocean incredibly healthy.
Next up, we have the river ninja, the bull shark. Picture yourself wading in a murky freshwater river, right? You're hundreds of miles inland, and suddenly, a shark fin cuts the surface. Your brain completely short-circuits, right? But the bull shark has specialized internal plumbing, specifically these highly adapted kidneys and a rectal gland that work overtime to filter and regulate salt. It is literally like they carry a portable water filtration plant right inside their bodies, which allows them to thrive in completely fresh water.
And just how effective is that internal plumbing? Try 4,000. That is the number of kilometers a bull shark has been documented swimming straight up the Amazon River in Peru. 4,000 kilometers. They use the murky, low-visibility water of rivers and estuaries to their advantage, becoming absolute stealth hunters.
But here's the dark twist for both of our ultimate survivors. The tiger shark, our vital ecosystem cleaner, is actively targeted and killed out of just misplaced fear, and of course, for the fin trade. Meanwhile, the bull shark's incredible freshwater superpower puts it directly in the path of human infrastructure. Dams block their ancient river migration routes, and coastal condo developments completely destroy their habitats. So, the very traits that make them so adaptable actually put them right in our crosshairs.
Let's look at section 3, marvels of shark evolution.
Evolution has produced some truly spectacular engineering in the shark world. Everyone knows the weird cousin of the shark family, right? The hammerhead. That massive T-shaped head is actually called a cephalofoil. Because their eyes are pushed to the extreme edges, they have near 360-degree vision. But the real superpower is underneath. The head is covered in these tiny pores called the ampullae of Lorenzini. It basically acts like a biological metal detector. A hammerhead can literally swim over the sand and detect the faint electrical heartbeat of a completely buried, entirely invisible stingray, locking onto it with absolute pinpoint accuracy. It's wild! Contrast that with what I like to call the supermodel of the sea, the blue shark. This is arguably the most elegant shark in the whole ocean.
It has this sleek metallic blue finish and long wing-like pectoral fins. They are open ocean wanderers, using those long fins to just glide effortlessly across entire oceans, like swimming from New York all the way to West Africa, burning very minimal energy. It is essentially nature's ultimate economy-class long-haul flyer.
And they are also incredibly prolific. Female blue sharks can actually have litters of well over 100 pups at a single time. For a shark, that is a massive, totally unheard of biological feat, specifically designed to ensure the survival of the species across the vast open ocean.
So the crucial point we need to take away here is this tragic irony. Evolution gave them these incredible traits, which now serve as their absolute biggest weaknesses. Hammerheads naturally gather in massive, predictable daylight schools, which makes them devastatingly easy targets for the shark fin trade. And the blue shark's epic global migrations mean they have to swim through thousands of miles of commercial fishing zones. That makes them one of the most heavily caught bycatch species on Earth. Their evolutionary success is exactly what makes our nets so deadly to them.
Moving on to Section 4, Giants and Speed Demons.
Okay, let's completely reset your idea of big for a second and look at the absolute extremes of marine engineering. We are talking about raw, unmatched size versus blistering raw speed. 18 meters, that is how long some exceptional whale sharks can grow. To help you visualize that, a whale shark is literally longer than a standard city bus. They are the single largest fish in the entire ocean. Now I know what you're thinking. Seeing a mouth that is 1.5 meters wide swimming directly toward you sounds like an absolute nightmare. But let me reassure you, this gentle giant couldn't be less interested in you if it tried. That massive mouth is simply the ocean's biggest soup strainer. They just swim slowly near the surface, filtering out microscopic plankton and krill. They even have these unique white spot patterns, kind of like a human fingerprint, that scientists use to track them. They are completely 100% harmless to humans.
And on the exact opposite end of the spectrum is the short-fin mako shark, 74 kilometers per hour. That is their blistering top speed. The mako is essentially the ocean's caffeinated sports car. They are partially warm-blooded, actually carrying a built-in engine heater that keeps their swimming muscles warm even in freezing water. They use this speed to chase down the fastest tuna, sometimes launching their entire bodies several meters right out of the water.
But yet again, we see how wildly different human activities threaten both of these extremes. The slow-moving whale shark, just hovering near the surface, is incredibly vulnerable to devastating ship strikes from large commercial vessels. Meanwhile, the incredibly fast mako shark is heavily targeted precisely because of its speed. They're highly prized by recreational sport fishermen who are looking for a fast-paced trophy catch. Two completely different extremes of nature, both struggling against entirely different aspects of human recreation and commerce.
All right, Section 5, Guardians of the Reef.
Let's leave the vast open ocean behind for a minute and transition to a vibrant, colorful, and highly claustrophobic neighborhood, the tropical coral reef. Here we find the reef sharks. They're much smaller, usually around 1.5 to 2.5 meters. Out here, raw size matters far less than agility. Reef sharks are basically the parkour experts of the ocean. They are incredibly skilled at threading their way through tight coral passages and narrow crevices. Some even work cooperatively to corral fish. This agility allows them to perfectly control the populations of mid-level predators and grazing fish in this super crowded neighborhood.
Which brings us to a really sobering reality, perfectly summarized by this quote: "Reef sharks are the glue keeping the entire reef alive. With coral bleaching and overfishing constantly threatening the tropics right now, these sharks are the ones maintaining the delicate food web balance. Remove the reef sharks and the whole delicate structure underneath can quietly start to collapse. If you remove the parkour experts from the top, the entire foundation of the reef ecosystem begins to quietly and inevitably fall apart. They aren't just residents here, they are the guardians."
Finally, Section 6, the misunderstood celebrity. And now we build to the climax, the animal responsible for almost all of our cultural baggage, our movie monsters, and all those free therapy bills, the great white shark. Look, the great white is a magnificent, dense biological torpedo, and yes, it is absolutely a formidable apex predator. But seeing what we've seen today, from the garbage-cleaning tiger shark to the river-filtering bull shark, the targeted hammerhead, the gentle whale shark, and the crucial reef shark, we really have to shift our perspective. The true nature of sharks is that they are complex, fascinating, and deeply vulnerable architects of our ocean. So, knowing everything you know now about the harsh reality of human impact, let me ask you, will you still be scared of the great white shark, or will you finally start being scared for them?